We can paint the world a beautiful picture, holding out for everyone to view.
So tonight we really start to get into the graphing. This is where it gets actually into the meat of graphing lines, as they say. All right, so slope-intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b. And I alluded to this a little bit in our functions unit. But just to repeat, m represents the slope and b represents the y-intercept. So what I'd like to do is show you a little interactive that I also have uploaded to Edmodo that you can use to investigate slope and y-intercept. So this is going to give you a little interactive of what slope looks like, and if you just drag these little slope green y-intercept and red slope dots here, it'll change the slope of your line. So slope we looked at a little bit last night, and this is going to show you exactly what a negative steeply sloped line looks like, zero slope. And unfortunately, it never gets to infinity, so you're never going to get a vertical line. And then the y-intercept is your b, quote unquote. So as I drag this, you will see the line move along the y-axis, okay? That is your intercept. So y equals mx plus b is a very powerful use of slope-intercept. So let's take a look at finding the slope and y-intercept. Well, in order to find the slope and y-intercept, you must in fact put it in slope-intercept form. So that means, quote unquote, solve in terms of y. You can't just look at it. Well, you can. I mean, you can do a little mental math, but technically you're putting it in slope intercept form in order to do that. So this would be y equals x minus 5. So the slope is 1 and the y-intercept is 5. Or you could write 0, negative 5. Okay? Let's take a look at the second one. So I'm going to solve this. 2y equals negative 3x plus 4. And y equals negative 3/2. Remember, don't simplify that, plus 2. So m is going to be negative 3/2. Just leave it as is. And my b is going to be 2. Or you could write 0, 2. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do the rest of those and come back and check with me. So in C, we had a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of negative 8 or 0, negative 8. D and E, those are both vertical or horizontal lines. They are horizontal lines. So they will have a y-intercept. If it was a vertical line, it would not have a y-intercept, obviously, unless it was the y-axis, then it is always on 0. But the first one had a y-intercept of 2/3 and the second negative 2. And then the last one had a slope of 3/2 and a y-intercept of 9/4. So if we want to write the equation of the line with a certain slope and y-intercept of 5, it is easy peasy. Y equals 2/3 x minus 5. All right, now it's asking you to get kind of creative here. This is where it gets fun, okay? And I'm going to do one of these, and I'm going to let you guys do the rest. So if I'll take one of the harder ones. Let me just take F, just because usually they get harder, but not always the case. The first thing you have to do is find the slope, okay? So to find the slope, I'm going to do delta y over delta x, which is, you can do it any way you want. I'm just going to be creative this time and go 5 minus 11, which means I must then go 6 minus negative 3. Okay, remember delta y over delta x in the same order. So I went that way, and I get negative 6 over 9. Okay, so if we have to reduce that, it's negative 2/3. That's my slope. Then I need to find the y-intercept. Well, how do I do that? I use the standard form, or not the standard form, I'm sorry, the slope-intercept form, but I have a missing b. So what is it right now? All I know is it's negative 2/3 x plus b. But lo and behold, I have two beautiful points that are of the xy format. So I can plug in whichever one I would like. Again, I'm going to pick the one that's convenient for me or seems a little easier. It doesn't matter. And plug those in for x and y. So I'm going to take 5 equals negative 2/3 times 6 plus b. Okay? I know the 6 looks like a b. Bad letter to use. All right, and then I just solve that, and I should get b equals 9. So then I can write the equation of my line, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 9. And you can go ahead and solve the rest of them. I will come back with the answers for you, and that way you can check. So all of the equations are written here for you. Again, in the case of a horizontal line, you don't have to write plus 0 here. We don't usually do that. It's just not conventional. I would prefer to see the equation just like that, right? So it's just like you don't write an y equals 1x when it's 1. It's just, we don't do that. It's just y equals x. All right? So great job today. And a real quick reminder that I did want you to continue in the packet, actually, and finish 1 through 5. I think I might have mentioned that in class, but if I forgot to, you can complete 1 through 5, and while you're graphing, you can feel free to sing the YMCA slope intercept song. Have a great night.